I really need to stop. Stop me, please. Alright guys, so I got another TA02 project slash collector item. Yeah. So, start in order. I think I got this TA02 with the Audi Quattro body. That is mint, never driven. I have not driven it, and I'm not sure I ever will. It's too perfect, it's too pretty. The wheels are a bit yellowed. It's fantastic. Chassis is all stock. I don't even know if it has ball bearings. I'm not taking it apart because it's pretty. Body's perfect. Then I have my 300ZX. That's a ABC body from overseas. That chassis is hammered. It's scratched. It's all aluminum GPM vintage stuff. Perfect drift nugget. In back center I have my FF01. All original chassis. It's used. I have the Pro Air RC air ride kit installed on it with the Volkswagen Golf V5 body. It's pretty hammered, but it's hammered lower too, so it's cool. And last, I have my TA03F. I think it's F. I haven't had the body off in a while. Completely mint, full of options, just immaculate, never driven kit with the Skyline GTR whatever racing body. I don't know. We didn't race those over here, so I'm not familiar with it, but I love it. And that car has stayed in the box since the unboxing video. It has the original plastic wrap, you know, the Lexan bodies have on the outside. And yeah, it fits back over it with the body holes poked through, and that's how it stays. Has very little dust on it because it's black and it's pretty, and will never be driven. It would just be admired, because that's what Tamiya collectors do. Another TA02. So this is not my favorite livery. I really wanted the Castrol, but this was too good a deal to pass up. And of course, you know, after a few drinks on a Friday night, eBay, things look good. And it actually is really, really good. So we're going to look at this today. This is, I have no idea about the chassis. The body's original. It's an original Tamiya body with the Repsol livery. Not my favorite livery. I really always wanted a Repsol Celica back in the day when I was a kid. It looked cool. This is in rally configuration. We've got the rally block tires. We have newer appropriate wheels. But this was only $200 on eBay. It was one of those make an offer things. It had like 300 freaking watchers, and or maybe like 30, whatever. And yeah, so I was just like, you know what? I'd pay $200 for that. So I offered $200 and it was immediately accepted. And I was like, well, I guess I have to pay $200 for it. But I'm not really that upset because it has a brushless system in it. It has a receiver for a radio system I don't have, which is fine. I've got plenty of receivers for my DX3, so we could throw it on there if we need to. But the cool part, this is the original body. It does have some wear. It does have some bangs and bruises, and when buying that I thought I could actually go out and drive that because I don't have anywhere smooth to drive all my touring cars, and this is a rally, so it'd be great. But the chassis is mint, so let's take a look at the stark white. The body has some yellowing to it, especially around the decals. It's a problem with all the older Tamiya stuff. You can see there's some pretty solid yellowing to it, but I dig it. I've never had one of these. I always wanted one of these. So it's got the headlights up, lots of decals, typical Tamiya style, but lots of detail on the body, which is nice. I never even noticed this before. There's an extra little inlet here next to the fake vent in the hood. I don't know if that was a real vent in real life or not. Again, I don't even know if these rally cars, if they were front wheel drive or all wheel drive. I'm assuming they were all wheel drive, because I just can't imagine being competitive in rally racing in the 90s with against the WRX, unless you were all-wheel drive. But I'm sure somebody will comment below the history of it. But this body has a lot of hard detail parts. We have the roof vent, it's hard plastic. We have the mirrors, hard plastic. It has this giant hoops or wing spoiler. Alright. So, looking underneath the body, it's just dirty. There's not a whole lot of, I don't even see any actual cracks. It said it had a few cracks that had been repaired, but there's a crack around one of the headlight recesses, but looks like most of the repair was done on the outside, unfortunately, where they touched up stickers with paint markers. But that was my hopes with this. It would be an actual driver, but this beauty, I don't know. This is a FlySky receiver. We have a brushless ESC. It doesn't say anything but brushless ESC on it. And a 3900 or 3650 kilovolt brushless system. So this is laid out. It's got a carbon chassis. This appears to be a TA01 style layout because it does appear to be longer. We have the more forward rear arms. TA01s were a bit longer than TA02. But man, it is a thing of beauty. Alright, so even though I grew up in this era, I'm not terribly familiar with all the aftermarket stuff because I was way too young when it came out. I will say this chassis is too low, I think. The shocks are very, very stiff in the front, not quite as stiff in the rear. Those are not kit stock springs, but based off the layout of it, you can see all the rear arms angle forward, which makes me think this is a TA01 style chassis. We do have a Dean's connector on the ESC, which is good because that'll save me trouble later when I actually want to run it. Silver gearboxes. From as far as my knowledge goes, the silver gearbox only came on the TA02 short wides with the Tajin Star Card Porsche, or I don't know if the later versions of the short wide TA02 had that or not. My newer one that had the Jägermeister Porsche body did not have the silver gearboxes, so I don't know. I don't know what's original and what's not. It does have quite a few options, which I have not verified, but it said it had. It has a Tamiya carbon chassis, Tamiya carbon damper stays, front and rear, brushless motor and ESC, Tamiya one-way center front diff, and a Tamiya hardened propeller shaft, and ball bearings. Alright, so here's a side-by-side with the TA02 short wide and the TA01. You can see the angle of the arms on this are all forward. The angle of the lower arms are rearward and the uppers are forward on the TA02. It is a bit longer. The gearbox sets a little bit further forward on the TA02, and I'm guessing that's why that was the improvement they made from 01 to 02. But that's all I know about it, really. It is a nice looking platform. Got new tires, new wheels. The chassis said it had a few scratches from driving, but they're all sideways scratches, so I don't know. It doesn't appear to ever have been driven. I think these are upgraded screws on the C-hubs in the front. It also, I think it said it had, no, that was another one. That was one of the other 10 I was looking at buying. It had some upgraded front arm things that I've never seen before. It does have Racing universal shafts in there. I just saw the logo on there. It says YR38. Front say YR30 something, 3 something. Can't read it. But really, really nicely outfitted rig. I think I got a good deal. I'm not upset with it. The body, these Corolla bodies sell for quite a bit on eBay, especially the Castrol ones. One neat thing about this, it has extra holes drilled in it, which I did not realize until now. The wrong spot. It has the windows cut, and that I kind of like that because that's a little bit more scale. But yeah, I do want to get the interior for it, and Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this thing run, or should it say it's shelf queen? I don't know. I really want to run it, just because I'm always 13 years old in my head. But let me know what y'all think. I love all this old stuff. If you want to see more Tamiya comment below. Comment below. Excuse me. And I don't know what Bob's doing back there. He just magical hands. But whatever. Keep it scale, guys. I will see y'all in the next video.